Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Brett Mower.
And this is IFXtra. So, how is everyone this week? We've had quite a hot week, haven't we, this week?
Yes.
Very hot in the office, but other places around the world are either really hot or really rainy and flooded. It's quite weird, isn't it? The weather at the moment. Quite worrying.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen the news with what's happening in Germany. So yeah, hopefully.
And America's like really hot, and there's forest fires and everything. Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, we've been sitting here making games.
Yes, we've been sitting here trying to make fun things to distract you from everything going horribly wrong.
Yeah. So how's it going with the app?
Getting pretty close, actually. I managed to cross a few more things off the list. What have we got there? So the settings stuff is all done. So one of the things I've added in is the ability to mute players, which was on the website,
but never in the app.
But needed putting into the app, so that's in there now.
Cool.
That's the thing that's been requested a bit. Like if you don't want to see comments and things by a particular person, you can add them to your mute list, and we just hide those comments for you. What else have we got to do? Just like sort of little odds and ends of things, a bit more testing on IRL, sort of terms link. Yes, I need to sort of go through the terms and conditions and all that, update all of that, which is always fun. There's various sort of regulation changes that happen, and then we need to kind of like adjust like terms to account for that. There's what's the new thing? I say new, it's in the middle of its year-long transition period. The children's code in the UK or something. Okay. Interference isn't pitched at children, so it doesn't really affect us, but we need to maybe change a little bit of wording just to sort of make it clear that the game is not designed for kids.
Okay.
All
these last-minute things.
Regulatory things, GDPR and all this kind of stuff. So
not fun, is it really?
It's the boring part of making games. Yeah.
Oh well. Okay, now to the fun part of making games. Let's go and see who won this week's awards. Pitch of the week this week goes to Anvil for Blue Goose is posh and proud. Where's monocle and tie? Honk. Yeah, I love that monocle, and that little bow tie is very cool, and it's a beautiful shade of blue. Well done, Anvil.
My favourite description this week was the emoticon by Art. Now, the previous drawing was actually supposed to be drawing with 3 lines. And I think this really shows how even if you're just presented with 3 lines, you can still interpret it as something. Nice work, Vice.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Heraclium for stepping from your sister to the TV. It's actually going in the TV. It's like one of those weird films. I love it. Well done, Heraclium. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there, as always.
Now we're going to see what we were talking about last week in the forums. So I said last week, what car would you love to have if money was no object? Would it be petrol or electric? More importantly, what colour? Also, would you have a self-driving car? I don't know if I ever would really. Until all of the cars are self-driving, then I might.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep this quick. I won't go off on a massive digression.
Okay.
But the thing about self-driving cars is if every car is self-driving, they have the ability to communicate with each other. That'd be perfect, because they like accident avoidance and things. One car would be able to say to all the cars around it, I'm doing an emergency stop, and they'd all know. Like a big mesh network of cars. It would be great, but it won't work because some people will be like, oh, I want to be able to drive myself because I need to drive at 90 miles an hour through the middle of town. And so some people will spoil it for everyone.
Of course. Anyway, Anvil said my car would be an SUV, fully loaded, top of the range Ford Cougar with a petrol engine, or a Vauxhall Mocha Black. As I am chauffeur driven, my wife in brackets, most of the time, I'd love to have it wife friendly. It would also be fitted with a rear view camera to aid reversing and all electric, modern electrical safety things for parking, alarms and warnings. I would not choose electric yet because they are way overpriced and still evolving. But he has a little digression. You're good at digressions.
Oh,
you
shall I
can,
do
you can tell me
digression?
digression.
just talking about rear view cameras. I went to one of my friend's cars that had a rear view camera, and it was amazing. Like backing into a space, you could actually see it, and it had little lines on that moved, showing where the car would go based on where the steering wheel was.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I've never had a car like that, but yeah, it's very cool. Anyway, so yes, Anvol's digression. The question reminds me of a situation many years ago when a colleague at a party was asked the question by a friendly person who bought him a drink at the bar. Oh, asked what car would you have if money was no object? By a friendly person who bought him a drink at the bar. Thinking it was just an innocent part of friendly conversation, he told him he'd like the latest Jaguar, if you're in the US. A week later, on Christmas Eve, he was astonished to find that the car was delivered to his home with all the necessary paperwork. The short end of the story is he received a jail sentence for accepting a bribe from a contractor with whom he had a connection. Wow, that escalated quickly.
I know.
I mean, yeah, I should just clarify, we're not asking this question because we're like, you know, Oprah Winfrey style, going to give everyone cars. We don't quite have that budget. So you don't need to worry about going to jail.
But it's weird that Micah 30 and Mary Cricket both said they wanted a Dodge Challenger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Micah wants a teal blue Dodge Challenger, and Mary Cricket wants a silver Dodge Charger or Challenger.
I mean, Dodge isn't really a big thing
I
here.
don't even know what they look like.
There is a Dodge dealership.
Oh.
You know that shortcut we sometimes take to like, you know, to get from here to like Cobridge and that. You'd go past the Dodge dealership there.
Yeah.
So you obviously can get them here.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever really seen them.
No.
I know they're big in America though.
Yeah, obviously. But Katie said, I've never owned a car and I wouldn't want one. I use car sharing for single rides, less than once a month. If money was no object, I'd rather build a better public transport system, especially in rural areas. Yes.
I like this answer.
That is a responsible answer.
If money was no object, I'd quite happily never drive again.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I quite like driving when it's quiet, like night driving and stuff. Fine. Hate driving in traffic.
Yeah.
Because I find being around other people in cars really stressful because people are unpredictable and dangerous, and I don't like it. But yeah, I mean, I you know, like if we need to go into town, we've got some little push scooters, and so because it's mostly downhill, so we just go on these little scooters. It's great. You know, it's much better than driving. And then they fold up, so if you go to the pub and you have a couple of pints, and so you can't go back safely, you just fold it up and get the bus home. It's cool.
Cool. Okay, now we're going to see what we'll be talking about next week in the forums. How good are you at fixing things? What was the last thing you fixed? Have you ever tried to fix something and ended up making it worse?
If you'd like to chime in with that, just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pinned thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list. Okay, now don't forget tomorrow night is quiz night, normal Zeitgeist, so it's 5 rounds, 5 different topics. Yeah, if you've not seen this before, every Sunday night at 7 PM UK time over on twitch.tv/interference, we run Zeitgeist, the interference quiz of the week. It's a live interactive quiz stream where you play along against the rest of the audience, competing for points and places on the leaderboard. Exactly. And would you like to know who I've chosen for this week's artists? Okay, I have chosen Melancholy, Callum, Valiant Fox, Love Drawing, and Heraclium. Very nice. They've provided me with ideas for 5 very different rounds. Okay, so yeah, we've got a mixture of of quiz players, regular drawers, and newbies as well. Because Melancholy is quite new. Yeah, very good though. Very good. Yeah. But yeah, each round's based on one of the week's drawings from Interference. So we don't know what the drawings are going to be. If you'd like to find out, you'll have to tune in on Sunday. Yeah, I don't see any of this ahead of time. I just show up, see what happens, and we'll have to have a little guess as to what the picture is indicating the round's going to be about. Exactly. Would you like to know who won last week? Oh, go on, tell me. Okay, on Sunday we had Darth at the top with 225, Vodka Mutini was second with 223, just 2 in it, and then Blue Jay was third with 202. And on Thursdays we have Zeitgeist 20, so we have 20 questions on one topic, and last week it was chemistry. A lot of people were dreading that, but it wasn't too bad, was it? Yeah, I think the thing is, when you have kind of science-based topics, people are like, oh no, I haven't done chemistry since school. But the thing is, you do chemistry all the time, because everything's chemicals.
Talk about super glue.
Yeah.
We're talking about nail polish remover,
yeah.
hair lightener, all these chemicals. Water, yeah.
Yeah, but there's, everything's made of chemicals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who our top chemist was?
Go on.
It was Weiss, who won with 194, and then Cactus was second with 190, and Darth was third with 189.
Ah, yes, I remember quite a few people, well, Weiss and Cactus, got to the final question, having got everything right, and then it was just the final question.
I think it's a music question.
Yeah. But,
about the Element song.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh dear.
But yeah, everyone did really well there. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was a good round. So next week, Zeitgeist 20 is going to be all about Europe.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. Not telling you anymore.
Right. I mean, I feel like I was going to say stealth geography, but I mean, it feels like it's not very stealthy. But
it's also a band.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Could be anything in there.
I mean, I know we have quite a few people playing GeoGuessr now, so if you're doing Europe on GeoGuessr, that would probably
help
out a bit.
Maybe.
Okay, interesting. We'll have to see how that goes. So if you want to join us for that, that will be Thursday at 7 p.m. UK on twitch.tv/interference.
Okay, that's all the news for this week, so it just goes to say.
Yeah, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved. You can play on the web at playinterference.com or on your phone and tablet. Just search for Interference in your app store. You can also get social with us. We're on Twitter at PlayIFX, on Facebook at PlayInterference, and we're on Patreon at patreon.com/interference. If you want to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, building the new app, running the quiz, adding in new features to that, all kinds of other cool interactive stuff we want to build for you. We really appreciate your support, and you get things like replays in the game and a custom entrance shout out from Ava if you're a quiz player.
That's always fun. Okay, that's it for now, so we'll see you again next Saturday.
Yep, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.